Happy New Year and welcome back to the Product Pop, where we talk about all things tech, startups and business. It is indeed the start of a new year and also the start of a brand new working week for the working new year. It is January the 4th today, and I thought I would take the chance to vlog maybe 1 or 2 days starting back at work and kind of share what I do at the start of every year to get back into the swing of things. It can be hard to get back into the swing of productivity and remembering how to do our jobs after a holiday, and there are a few things that I'm doing to ease myself back into work. So I'm going to share what those are with you. I've already done a few of them. It is summer in Australia, so while this wasn't like your usual summer, it was still really nice to turn off the work brain, turn off Zoom, not have to worry about Slack going off all the time, and just enjoy the nice weather, enjoy the break. I took about 10 days off. I still did a bunch of side projects. So it's almost 1 p.m. I have already had a couple of meetings, had a stand up and had a catch up with my team's engineering lead and tech lead. So the main theme of today's vlog is going to be the things that I do to get myself ready for a new working year. I'm gonna have some lunch and then I'm gonna go on a walk with the star of the show, who has been very well behaved for the start of the new work year, thankfully. It's summer, all right, even though it doesn't look like it. It's a very gloomy, cloudy day. First thing that I have done to get myself ready for the new working year, and that is to literally clear my entire inbox. I definitely put email on the back burner because I prioritize Slack messages. So I started this morning. I went to my inbox. I had 855 emails that were unread. I went through the ones from like the last few weeks and made sure I didn't miss anything super important. And then I literally selected them all and archived them. And now I have this wonderful blank slate to start from. So that was very satisfying. And the second thing I did that was even more satisfying was reorganize my Slack. So you can do this thing in Slack now where you can create sections. So what I did is I went to my Slack and I created a bunch of sections, and then I put all my different channels in those sections. So the sections that I have are integrations. This is basically like most of my team stuff. I have projects, so these are, you know, particular products and projects that we're working on. I have one for like other product channels that aren't directly my team channels. I have company-wide channels. I have other useful channels. I have fun, like some random channels, and then I have collabs, which is not necessarily just my team, but other teams as well. One other thing that I'm trying to do more of this year is read more in general, but also read more books that are gonna help me in my job. So read about building products, read about how consumers adopt new products, how to create behavior change with products, and how other companies run engineering teams. So I ordered some books, actually thanks to my company for paying for this as part of my professional development budget, and I thought I would share what books I got. Seems like there's only 3 of the books that I got. The others are still on the way, but this is the one I'm most excited for. It is Software Engineering at Google. While it is geared towards engineering, I think as a product manager, since you are always working with engineers, there's a lot that I could also take away. That background noise is my washing machine. The second book I got is Hooked. This is one that I've kind of dabbled in the past, but haven't really committed to it because I never had a reason to until now. So this is about how you build habit-forming products. And then Very excited for this one. I'm a huge fan of Strategizer. I already have a bunch of their books, but this one is called Testing Business Ideas, and it's kind of like a workbook, and a lot of startup accelerators use the Strategizer toolkit. So I'm also excited because this is not only applicable to me for my job, but also a lot of the side project entrepreneurial stuff that I like to do. So stay tuned for more of the books that I ordered. They are still on the way. So now I'm going to the gym. I was going just to my building gym for the last few months since gyms opened up, but now I've just joined an F45. Just need a way to be around people where it's safe, and F45 is super motivating, so I'm gonna go to that now. And then that's gonna be the end of today's vlog. I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow because it is Tuesday morning, about 10:45, and it's again a very cold, rainy summer's morning in Melbourne. Today we have a company-wide kickoff. Now, pre-COVID times, this is something we would do in person. Now we just have this one day where we're doing a big virtual kickoff. So there's a whole agenda for the day. What's on the agenda actually? Let me have a look. This is my setup. I'm probably gonna put the video that's gonna play most of the day up here, and maybe do some work here and there on the side. The other thing I want to do today is to spend a bit of time thinking about my work specific goals for the year. So I've just spent some time putting together my goals and intentions for 2021. These are not something that is set in stone. They will constantly evolve, but I wanted to go into this first working week with some of these things in mind. So the way I've split them up is goals, things that I want to do more of, and things that I want to do less of. Going through them quickly, for the goals, these are things that are quite tangible and measurable. So the first one I have is progressing to the next level in my role. I have another one around my sort of responsibility of product ownership and expanding that to include additional products. I have one around getting my product to a specific revenue number, and another one around like knowledge sharing and sharing learnings, insights, and news around our industry and our market with other product teams. Do more of and do less of, these aren't really goals, they're more intentions around how I want to work. For doing more of, I want to do more time boxing my days for specific work. Next, I have giving my team feedback more frequently. So this might be general feedback when, you know, our product is doing well, or when we've all worked well together on something, or it might be giving actual written feedback to individual people on the team. I want to do more of owning my calendar. My calendar is in my control. I have keeping project pages updated. This is related to documentation, which I also have under do less of. Documentation isn't something that I find very fun. I'm sure a lot of people struggle with this, but yeah, it's just not a strength of mine, documenting things. I want to get a lot better at this, especially when it comes to specific projects that we're working on. I want to do more of having a new updated to-do list every week or every Monday. So every week at the start of the week, take 10 minutes to take that existing list, put it into a new one, and make sure that I'm always referring to the most updated to-do list. Do more of is do more research on the market and on competitors. So I keep up with the tech industry, I keep up with tech news, I keep up with very specific companies, but I want to try and incorporate more work specific research. So companies that are a competitor to my company, products that other companies use, that other companies build that are similar to the products I own. And the do less of, I want to do less multitasking. This is going to be really hard. I was watching a very interesting video yesterday by Ali someone or rather. He's got a really good channel all about productivity and time management, and this is the channel. I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen. He said If there is something that you can do in 2 minutes, you should do it now.
The 2-minute rule. And I came across this in a really good book called Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity by a chap called David Allen. This is like the world's most famous book about productivity. And in it, he introduces the 2-minute rule, which is the idea is that if you have a task that is going to take you less than 2 minutes, you should just do it now rather than put it off.
The next thing I want to do less of is leaving documentation to the last minute. As I said, I don't enjoy writing. It doesn't come naturally to me, and so I do leave it to the last minute, which makes my life more painful. The last thing I have is to do less of checking Slack after hours. This definitely just became a habit for me. Like many apps on my phone, I would just automatically click on Slack. So that's what I have, my goals at the moment. They're goals and intentions. Share some of your work goals and intentions in the comments, whether you're a product manager, whether you work in tech or not. I would love to know how other people think about goal setting when it comes to their job. So I'm gonna wrap up this video, which ended up being 2 working days. The first 2 working days of this new year. Thank you so much for watching if you did get this far. If you are on TikTok, be sure to check out my account. It is called The Product Pup. It's where I post daily, sometimes multiple videos in a day, and you can learn a lot about product, tech, business, startups, and all that kind of stuff on my TikTok. But yeah, if you did get this far, thank you so much for watching, and look forward to seeing you in my next video.